It's doing
Gotta
its
start.
thing. It's almost okay. Hello, everybody, beautiful people. Good morning, GM. This is the
GM,
GM show.
G,
You
GM,
get where you get
GM,
your
GM.
daily crypto headlines, banter, and trading analysis. I am one of your hosts, Freeman, and I'm joined by my lovely mustached co-hosts, MD W. Jones.
Why do you say W in there? That's not right. My initials is Matthew Douglas Jones. That's what's MD Jones. I
Whatever you
understand
say. Yeah,
it has
whatever you
that whole
say.
like doctor thing going, but it's not
Yes,
that. You know, it's
whatever
just
you say.
Matthew Douglas
Yes.
Jones. You can just say MDJ too, like or just Matthew. Don't have to put no W. There is no W.
Okay. Thank you,
Why you do
Sensei.
that?
Thank you, Sensei. Thank you, Sensei.
All right, all right.
It's an
So
abusive
what's happening,
relationship.
man?
It's okay.
How's the weather over there? I have a snow day over here, so I'm in my
Uh,
house.
we had a threat. We were threatened with a snow day, and it never appeared.
The weather threatened you.
Yeah,
Threatened
the
you.
weather. I love how it does that. It does that often around here. We get like these like, oh, it's gonna snow. It's gonna snow. Everyone, go get your food. Stock up. Raid the grocery stores
Yeah.
because the snow's coming. Next day, no snow.
Mm, no stop. Well,
Oh, it
cool.
got 32 degrees though.
Yeah, I was hoping that happened here, but no, it snowed a
You
lot,
guys got
so
rocked, huh?
kind of sucks. Yeah. Well, where I am, I did. I don't know. But yeah, like solid foot.
Okay,
We got
that's good.
so.
That's pretty good. That's pretty
No,
good.
they closed all the schools and stuff, so you're kind of like anyway.
That's significant
I'm
too
gonna
for
start.
where you live because I know from experience that they do not do snow days over there. It doesn't
Dude,
happen.
not anymore. Not anymore. I know, right? When we were kids, it was 3 feet of snow. I'm
Yeah,
in Denver, by the way.
yeah.
So three
Colorado,
feet of snow
it's
was when they did.
yeah,
They did. That's when they did the snow day. If it was a foot, nope, you're going to school. 2 feet.
yeah. And we got that
Now it's
maybe
like now it's just a
two or
threat
three
of
times.
snow, and they're like, oh, like they already did. This is maybe I think their third snow day. They did one snow day where it was like, oh, it's going to snow. We're gonna do snow day or virtual days now, right? And then nah, it was like literally like 3 inches. You're just like, really?
Do you
By
think
afternoon it's
it's
slush. You're just like,
do you think it's the invasion of the Californians kind of effect or something?
oh, you know what, dude? That could totally be that. Could totally.
I
I don't
do
know.
find that when
I'm not.
certain
Or
areas
the
get an
Texans.
influx of people from who are used to different climates, I notice there's like always an increase in like accidents when there's rain and snow, and I don't
Yeah,
know, it might be
I'm
related,
kind of
might
the
not.
last. I'm a dying like
A dying
breed
breed,
here. I'm like the last native. Yeah,
the
I don't.
last.
I'm
That sounds like the name
I'm
of some
like
kind of movie or something.
it's the last of the Mohicans or
I don't
something.
know. Yeah, the last
Or
native. I mean, just
it's
sounds.
just hard. Like you go, if you meet people, everyone's from somewhere else here. Like there is never anyone that's like, oh yeah, you grew up here. Anyway, let's move on.
Interesting.
Let's talk about crypto.
Yeah, let's talk about
Moving
crypto.
on. It's
So,
let's talk about the show. I guess maybe
okay.
introduce ourselves in the show because our first episode we did yesterday didn't really work out so well.
Yeah, it was a
You have
struggle.
to send me YouTube link. Send me the link, dog,
Yes,
or I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
send you the
find.
link. I'm
I'm gonna have to
working
go
on that
find it
vigorously.
myself.
I the only problem
I need
is
the help.
I can work faster than my computer is possible of working. So I'm currently waiting for the thing to load, or so that I can give you some kind of thing. It's
So
you
sad.
know
Just close some tabs, dude.
what's crazy is I close all the tabs
Close.
before we start this. I open a new browser. So anyway,
Mm. All right. Well, I'm gonna look
besides all the boring
for this.
stuff that no one else cares about. Oh, you know what? I just got a shareable link. Look at that. Shareable link. Let me pop it on over to MDW Jones, my shareable link. Okay, so Today, so let's talk about some crypto headlines before everyone leaves. I'm sure we our retention rate is now zero. We have retained zero
Yeah.
percent of our zero viewers. But for everyone who's now watching this and later after we've already streamed, you should just be scrubbing the little stream
Sorry.
forward deep, like maybe 10 more minutes in, and you'll maybe get to something. So, but I think this was an interesting headline I saw this morning. Over 1,000 new cryptocurrencies emerged in January of 2022, which is about 30 on average daily. So people are obviously on a cryptocurrency creation binge, which is no surprise to anyone who's been in this space for a while. I feel like there's nothing new about that. There's new currencies popping up nonstop. And it's because it's simple to do and it's easier than ever. There's a bunch of services now, apps and websites that allow you to just type in the name of your token and the supply and the basic tokenomics, and then just click a button and you've got a new currency. So it's a little crazy right now, I will say. And that's part of the beauty, though, of the blockchain space is it's kind of a total, it's a total craziness. It's a total Shaz show, as they say. But I thought that was interesting, kind of. What do you think about that?
I'm typing.
At least you're honest.
I'm
I'm typing.
well, yeah, because you
Hello.
don't give
I'm
any
typing.
time to go shill our episode, so I can't go tweet about it or anything.
Yeah, we're a little,
Um,
we're not on the bleeding edge.
yeah.
We're just bleeding.
So and now I'm back. So check it out. All
Okay.
right. So, um, yeah, I mean, as far as it's the ecosystem hasn't I remember back in like 2017, like it was just like like the new coins popping out is just like absolutely insane. So much it was kind of cracked down. There had to be some sort of standards in play for a lot of these exchanges, and so um, I don't know. Yeah, it's I just hope regulations don't come in. That's all I hope.
Oh, fun. So you're living in a
Yeah.
dreamland. Okay. Uh,
I'm just like it's good. The party's gonna end if they come in. So
well, yeah, I think, you know,
then we move.
yeah,
We're,
the you can't stop the party. Yeah, it just
we're,
changes houses. So,
yeah, that could be true. That's true.
I
That's
mean,
yeah.
that's kind of
There you
what
go.
crypto
Just
was,
changes
right? Crypto
houses.
is like just a house change from a different party anyway. So, anyway, cool. Okay, that's good. I like your commentary. That was good. That was good. Nice save from your I'm sending an email while we're live streaming thing.
But I'm
Uh
back. I wasn't sending an email. I
yeah,
was sending
okay.
out the tweet. I should
Okay.
be
Yeah.
on other networks. Sharing
Uh-huh.
it. But well, I'm just gonna be here. So I'm here.
Yeah, you should be present. You should be present.
I'm present. I'm
We
here,
need to talk about your presence.
physically now, mentally. Let's go.
So,
Okay. Next
everyone
headline, please.
today is talking about how Grayscale has their first crypto ETF that they say will track the digital
Oh.
economy. So, this is a kind of a digital economy ETF, and they're saying that if you invest in this ETF, and for anyone who doesn't know what an ETF is, the ETF is just a collection of assets that's managed by a fund, single fund, and so this is the Grayscale version of their kind of crypto ETF. Let's see anything interesting I can pick out of here. Nothing, that anyone doesn't know. Of course, like we said yesterday, all of crypto YouTube follows what Grayscale does, like it's the holy gospel. So this must be very important. Top
Um.
holdings in the new index include
This must
Silvergate,
be very important.
PayPal, Coinbase, Block, Robinhood. So in the ETF, it's got actually some it's like traditional stocks like PayPal,
They're just like
Coinbase,
combining it all.
Block,
Yeah.
Robinhood.
Yeah.
It says, as opposed to replicating
Yeah.
the
I mean,
performance of crypto markets,
it's
the
all going mainstream to
grayscale.
people that, they don't
Yeah.
buy crypto necessarily. They're just investing in companies that are going in heavy on crypto. And so it's just kind of like a probably less riskier
Yeah.
um,
It's called the Future
investment for people
Finance
that want to
ETF.
dabble into it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Yep.
Um,
Companies transforming the landscape of digital assets. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Well, that's cool. Big, who cares? Here's a funny headline. Ready for a funny headline? I don't know how much merit this actually has to it because we do not fact check. We just read headlines. We are trusting everyone else to fact check for us. Here we
we
are
are
on
not journalists. Yeah.
fakenews.com. And no,
Sounds
Texas governor
reputable.
is pleading to Bitcoin miners, help me get through the winter. This is a very sad headline, but it sounds like Governor Abbott is
What do they mean by that?
asking locally based Bitcoin miners to help the state get through winter by switching off their mining rigs.
Yeah,
The
fucking
absolute
right. Get out of
state
here.
of American infrastructure right now, summed up in one very strange story. Oh,
Uh,
and Matt's gone. Just like that, he's gone. We don't know why. We don't really care why. We're actually kind of glad he's gone. I think in some ways, this stream got a lot better, and I have no plans for what to do when my co-host just drops off of Earth and leaves us. I hope that the stream is still live. If we're still live, guys, I'm sorry that Matt just dropped. That's really sad. Everyone's gone now. So I guess we'll go to the next story. Maybe Matt, maybe that offended Matt. I think that story offended Matt. I think it made him upset. I should apologize to him. I should apologize. I'm sorry. Oh, I think he's coming back. I think he's coming back. So then I can apologize to him in person. Hey,
you or was that me?
that's you. That's you, bad Uber. That's you.
I was like, am I still alive? I don't know what's
You're
going
live
on.
now. Yes. Say hello to
Okay.
everybody. And I was just going to apologize to you because I thought maybe that story offended you or something. So I wasn't sure. I just apologized and moved
I
on.
don't get offended.
Okay, well that's good.
I
That's
don't
good to
even,
know.
that
Now
story offended you.
the
Yes,
chat
get out of here.
is gonna try to
Texas
offend you now.
fake
They're gonna
gold.
start just trolling you. Things that you can
Well,
troll Matt about: his mustache,
well,
his
maybe Texas should just worry
haircut.
about beefing up their electrical infrastructure rather than trying to get miners to shut down. Like, get out of here. See, a lot of these people claim to be like pro business and all this kind of type stuff, and then they're just like, you know, yeah. I'm just like, whatever. Move on.
Yeah,
Move on.
it's
I'm
kind of
gonna
weird.
start.
I wonder how much the miners actually, how much energy, how many
Right.
miners are
Well,
there
I
and how much
know.
energy they were actually using.
So a lot of I know like some of the bigger miners, they own like it's like their plant. It's like they own the power plant. Like it. So it's I don't know, man. It's kind of like I don't even know what's going on. I guess, but
Yeah.
they just I doubt it. I doubt they will. Right? Why would you? Why would you just be like, yeah? Why would you shut down your business? Um, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't. If I was a miner, I'd be like, yeah, but I kind of need to make money too at the same time. So
Look at this giant ad.
maybe if they compensated, if they're like, hey, we'll send you X amount of Bitcoin that you would have mined if you shut down. There you go. Do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Give
Mm-hmm.
them, you know. Anyway,
I like that. I like that.
there's ways around it. Yeah,
This
keep
one
compromise.
we covered in yesterday's show, but yesterday's show doesn't exist anymore. So I figured we'll just kind of toss it in there again because I thought it was an interesting one. And that's that Solana wallet Phantom is raising $109 million in funding. and is launching an iOS app. And they also said that by the end of the year they'll be tapped into the Ethereum ecosystem. So the Solana Phantom wallet will support Ethereum, and Phantom is just like MetaMask but for Solana. And I know yesterday we already kind of discussed this and how it's just good that Solana is creating a wallet like this so that it just makes it easier for people to interact with their blockchain and to use Web3 applications that are Solana based applications. And yeah, I just think this is a good move for them. And they raised a bunch of money,
Mm-hmm.
which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think Solana has a lot of potential, and this because they could be taking over Ethereum. Um, as far as like NFTs go and stuff. Now I don't know many like super successful NFT projects that have been on the Solana network compared to the Ethereum one, but it's just doing whole NFTs on Ethereum. When I've been doing it, I just cannot stand the gas. Sitting there buying an NFT for like zero point zero 0.02 ETH or something, and then your gas is like 0.03 ETH, and you're just then you have to make sure then you have to, in order to turn a profit, if you're trying to flip it, it's going to get at least 0.06. Just make it's just it's the gas is just absolutely it turns me off the Ethereum NFTs for now. A lot of, because it's like I just don't, you really are just
So you're
hoping that
just
the community,
admitting
because
you're
it's so
poor.
easy. Well, well, it's just like you don't know. Well, I am poor, sure, but like the
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
the
I'm
dude
sorry. That was classist of me. It was very classist.
the dude that well, you just don't know which project is just gonna rug it, because it's like you could sit there and be like, all right, you're gonna go into an NFT project for zero point zero 0.02 ETH, and then it's just the Discord you thought had 70,000 members in it. Well, 90% of those are just bots, people that just paid to funnel in there, and so it's just like it's so easy to like mask like the success of a project, so people ape in like crazy, and then what happens is that you think people, like, you have a large number of people aping it, but then you just have a very small number, and then you're just kind of screwed. And I just feel like that's kind of a lot in the NFT space, because there's everyone talks about like the rare ones, doodles and stuff like that actually, like, take off. But I mean, just look at the majority of NFTs. They are not, the majority of a huge 90, probably 99% are gonna be $0. It's just like so it's, I don't know. It's cool. I love NFTs, not dogging them. I just hate the Ethereum gas. I don't like the gas at all. I hate the idea of paying more in gas than what I'm buying the NFT for. You know, it's just pisses me off. But so like that's why I think Solana is just killing it in NFT space, and it'll probably yeah, it makes sense to me that they would eclipse Ethereum, because it's just easier for like normies to people that are outside of the crypto world to kind of get into that, because any logical person is going to be like, wait a second, I'm buying something for $600 or whatever X amount of Ethereum, because everyone thinks of fiat, right? So it's like, I'm paying $300 for this, but wait, the gas is $300 too. Like, that doesn't make now it's $600 or whatever. So it's harder for people to adapt to adopt NFTs in general, I think, in the Ethereum network. So you need things like Solana. Um, but the downside of Solana is they have the outages and stuff lately. So it'd be nice to see a nice long streak without it crashing and stuff once in a while. So that's what
Yeah.
kind of worries me about Solana. But there's a huge team behind it, right? They're building out that crazy cool wallet. So I think it's just growing pains right now for them. But yeah. So
Yeah. I
I'm
hope
all
it
in for
is just
Solana. I trade
growing
for Solana all
pains.
the time.
And I hope it is just growing pains. I hope some of this new investment money helps them beef up their infrastructure so that yeah, they can hopefully avoid future issues, outages. And but I love that they've created this wallet, and I love the idea that it's going to support the Ethereum ecosystem, because I think it helps with that exact thing we're talking about, where well, and for new people to be able to be in both ecosystems if they want to be too, and for anyone to be able to be in both ecosystems, because, bridging back and forth is a pain in the
Hmm.
butt. And it would be nice to be able to interact with Web3 applications that are Ethereum based or Solana based through the same wallet. And I think that's what the Phantom wallet is doing really well. And I think the Phantom wallet is going to, I mean, it could eclipse MetaMask at some point. MetaMask has a lot of just
Yeah, I
steam,
mean,
but
MetaMask needs to be challenged. Yeah,
yeah.
there needs to be, and yeah,
And I just
yeah,
think
for sure. There needs to
multi-chain
be.
wallets are a MetaMask type wallet that goes beyond Ethereum blockchain standards. Essentially, is definitely going to be the way forward. So I want one that supports AVAX. Can Phantom also support AVAX? And let's just get everybody on board. One wallet. Anyway,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
um, before we go over to you for some analysis, want to talk about this headline real quick. Thailand drops their 15% capital gains tax plan on crypto. So Thailand had plans to impose a hefty tax on crypto related capital gains, but they dropped that idea due to growing opposition to the
Okay,
policy.
and there
So
was
I
a
think that's
fifteen
cool.
percent.
Yeah,
I think when people say 15%, like me being a business owner and stuff, like 15% cheap. like,
true.
like I'm taxed, like yeah, I gotta count more like in the 30s a lot of times. So this
That's
like
true.
when people are
That's
like
true.
15% tax, it's like,
Better than being a
dude,
business owner.
that's yeah.
Try being a
well,
business owner.
no. Well, I am. But anyways, you
Yeah,
just get
that's the thing.
the taxes definitely suck, but
Yeah.
uh yeah, I mean yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Because this year is I actually took out crypto last year, so I'm actually gonna have to do some taxes on it and
Yeah.
stuff.
The
So it's
crypto
gonna be
taxes I did too. So yeah, that's going to be
interesting.
fun.
But
Yeah. That
yeah,
is going to be fun.
yeah, fun.
Very, very fun. Last little, really, really, really little quick thing is just that I saw this as kind of interesting. Flexible workers driving a shift towards payroll providers. Just saying that there's a lot of nomad kind of remote workers that want to be paid in crypto, and so it's driving a push off towards payroll providers that offer stuff like that. And I think that's really cool too. That's going to drive adoption and just get people into the space. And the more we can
Yeah,
start making it so that people can transact with crypto too, the better for this kind
I
of
was
thing.
actually just looking at a company that did that. That I can't now. I'm trying to think of the name.
There's this one is called
They
Request
essentially
Finance in this one, but yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, essentially allows employers to pay their employees in crypto and stuff like that instead. So
Yeah,
um, yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's interesting. I mean, I wonder what's the percentage of new, like employees like requesting to get paid in crypto. I wonder how
I
many
don't
people
know.
actually doing that. I haven't heard of any. I mean, other than like headlines, you see like professional athletes or something. They're gonna
Yeah,
take
I
some
have seen those.
percentage
Yeah.
of their pay or whatever. Is the mayor of New York getting paid in Bitcoin or something like that?
Oh,
I think
yeah,
I remember
maybe.
getting
I think I heard something like
mayor of
that.
New York.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
So like, so I just heard like those kind of big names. I haven't heard like somebody like, oh, I'm work at an accounting firm or
Yeah,
something, and I'd like to be paid in Bitcoin. Like
yeah.
your average Joe job,
It's
you
probably
know?
minority of people, obviously,
Uh,
right now, but it's interesting
yeah,
either way.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
imagine it's probably
I think it'd
nice.
be awesome if you were an ambitious founder, and of course, it just depends on your business models. But if you can start invoicing people in crypto, or at least giving people the option to pay
Mm-hmm.
with crypto or whatever you sell. Just give your customers the option to pay in crypto, and
But
then that way it just starts to encourage people to start to use this system.
yeah, I would pay for so much stuff in crypto. Like I would do
I
like
would too if I
think like
could.
the
If it was
if it was
easier,
well
like
so
I
like
just wish
the
every site I could connect my MetaMask and
things
just pay.
yeah, so I imagine like sites like PayPal, right? They're gonna be the big bridges between it because like every right if so many people send invoices and stuff with PayPal, they can send an invoice that had an option to do because they already got like the
I'm
kind of their
assuming
wallets and
every
stuff.
company's getting
They're
in on
dipping
this.
their
Yeah.
toes. Well, Square,
Yeah.
right? Square didn't they just change their name to like Block or
Yeah.
something too to like
Well, I mean, that
reference?
would be
So
the
I
smart
think
thing, right? If you can get all the small
yeah,
retailers and mom and pop coffee shops and everything who use Square
hmm
to now be able
yeah,
to take crypto just by essentially enabling the setting,
easily, right?
then that
Yeah,
would be a
it
game
needs to be
changer
easy.
for the space. They
So
have the
then, and
infrastructure.
like right now,
Yeah.
like I like right now I'm doing like the whole crypto.com
Yeah.
account. You know, I got like a card with them. You know, it's just you know, it's not like but with their card, right? It's like a regular debit card, so it's not like I'm actually buying things with it when I'm swiping, buying my breakfast burritos. I'm not
Yeah.
like buying it with Ethereum. You know, I have to like load up my card with Ethereum, right? They just sell it.
Yeah.
They just you know sell it for fiat, and um, so it's like that's really that's nice because it's very convenient and it but it's not like perfect, right? Because it would just be cool if I didn't have to like sell it for fiat. If I could just keep it Ethereum. Um,
Yes. It would be nice to not be having to go to
yeah,
fiat, right? Like we're still
yeah.
we're still going back and forth between fiat for everything. Yeah, the
And I just
actual
imagine I don't
transactions
know
on
what.
those debit cards are still happening in fiat. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of
Right,
yeah.
right, yeah,
Yeah,
but
just
it's
doing
you know
peer-to-peer
it's close.
crypto is yeah, cool. Like if you as a business can have on Square, you can be accepting crypto payments and then, you've got
Mhm.
then crypto that your customers have given you.
Yeah,
You could even, I bet Square will even have the option where like they can pay in crypto and it'll just convert to fiat for the business owner, even if they want. Anyway,
right.
enough on
Yeah,
that.
so
Okay.
that's what I imagine. See, that's what I'm imagining
Yeah.
something would happen like that. Would be like you have some sort of, I don't know. Yeah, it would have to make it easy for the businesses because they'd basically have to try to make it so it's almost seamless for a lot of businesses to like take crypto but not have to touch crypto. Because imagine like a whole bunch of boomer business owners are going to be like, I don't want to take crypto, but I want to like make my customers happy, and if they want to pay in crypto, cool. I
Yeah.
just want that to,
Yeah.
I could see them
I
wanting it
just
to be
want their
really
money. I don't
seamless.
care
Yeah,
how they want to give it to me.
exactly.
Well,
Right.
so
Yeah.
what we're saying is
Yeah.
the ideal situation is where the customer can pay in any fiat or crypto they want, and the business can receive that as any crypto or fiat that they want. Like it's almost like a
Right.
swap where you need to be able to swap any fiat or crypto for any
Yeah.
other fiat or crypto.
And happen fast. Right.
Instantly,
Yeah.
instant,
Instantly.
instant.
Yeah. Challenges, but it's getting there.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Cool. Well, let's look at the Chiznarts, the Chizarts, the Chiz farts, the
What
charts.
did you call them? I think I heard you call them jizzards. I think that's what you
bro, bro. Don't get us banned.
PG. Keeping it
Don't get us
PG.
banned. Episode 2, and the
You
channel is
get
already
canceled
gone.
already. All right, let's go look at the
Okay, I'm ending the
jizzards.
stream. Okay.
All right, let me share my screen real quick. Um, so yesterday I can't quite remember what. All right, we're gonna share this tab. All right, can you see? All right, so guys, yeah, so I'm on Bitcoin. Let's stay here. Ah, dude, this is running. Okay, so I did this a little differently than I usually share my screen. But okay, so I'm home, so it's gonna be a little different. All right, so basically for Bitcoin yesterday, right? So I'm on the 4 hour chart. I like to be on the 4 hour, 24 minute. That's kind of just my style. Um, on the daily and all these different charts, we were really hitting some important levels yesterday, right? It was this. We are like, oh, it's gonna want to maybe touch this fib level here, and it came very close. And as I was saying, it's like it's likely just gonna dump after that. And here we go. We got this giant candle here already today. Um, and it's right now we're playing into this range. So let's go back to the daily because it's a little easier to kind of see in the macro scale of where we kind of are and where we've been.
Hmm.
All right. Um, so we're in this. So if you remember, so down in the summer, May through what August, July here, we are in this range right down here. Um, I think it's so this could just be right, just a leg up. So basically, what I'm seeing here, right? So, oh, this is just moving a little too slow for me right now. Okay, so it's going to likely, I would imagine, right? It has this little pop, comes down, hits here. I would imagine it just kind of ranges here for a little bit. I mean, there's no reason why it wouldn't stay down here for shoot, could be months like it was back here, right? Um, I well, we have to be cautious. I doubt, right? It's it's way less likely, right? It's more likely for it to stay down here than it is just to pop and start going raging up, right? That's just I see some people on YouTube like saying this is what could happen, blah blah blah, and it's just like the chances of that is very unlikely. Just the momentum isn't there, the volume isn't there. Um, So, um, it's likely to change on here. Now, what it could also do is pop up just like it's been doing here, right? Goes up, pops up, comes down, pop up, and then comes down. All right. I mean, it hasn't even breached this macro fib level here. I could totally see it at least coming down, playing around in the fibs, right? So there's definitely room for more dumpage. Like if this what we want, I think if you want to be bullish as possible, it's like what you want is for it to not really break too far. Like you don't want the candles to come up, then come down, and then this support is now resistance, right? We don't that would be a very bad sign for Bitcoin. We'd be definitely going down to the 20,000 range. And then even further, I mean, at that point, then you really got to be thinking, okay, um, we could even go down further. It was only remember it was only 2020 when it was um, what 10,000, 9,000. So, and there are zones down here, vector candle zones that it could try to reclaim. But those, it's also so far in the past they could those codes could stay there. So yeah, I mean, Bitcoin, definitely rejecting off of this. I think definitely. I don't like the word definitely in trading, but it looks like it is rejecting off of this level, and we can see it potentially wick down here, wick even lower, or bounce off maybe the last low support here. So and then bounce back up. We could see a W. We could, right? Goes up, bounces up, higher low, breaks out, right? That's what you're kind of looking for if you want to go bullish here. Um, so, anyways, I've got some shorts orders set up for. Well, I don't think I'm doing Bitcoin today. So if I did I don't really personally. I'm not a huge fan of trading Bitcoin lately because um, it's I don't know. I don't like it. It's slow. It's a dinosaur. Um, and I really like because obviously it's like let's just look at this. So if you let's say you opened up a short or something here and it went down. I mean that's a decent dump for sure. But equivalently on another chain that could be like 20%. So let's look at something else. What else should we look at? What floor you want to? Well, look, we're talking about Solana earlier, so let's check
Yeah,
out
let's look at Solana.
Solana. All right, so Solana, where are we on the daily? Definitely pumping. Um, and so we could see more pumpage for Solana. I would be cautious though because it is hitting the 13 EMA here, and if you notice right now, it's got a habit of going down and hitting it, and the market likes to work in threes a lot of times. So if we count this one, two, three, I wanted to count. That's a major that rejected off the 50, so I wouldn't really necessarily count that on a 13 move. So I mean, yeah. So this could just be kind of up here, shut up here for a couple days, pump down, or you could just keep rolling. Like this is kind of what you want to see, really. You want to see the price moving towards the 50 EMA, not necessarily the 50 EMA moving towards the price, because that means that this has a lot more bullish potential, right? It has a lot more potential to correct itself and start hurting generally in the other direction. Um, so let's go down a little more local time, 4 hour. We got yeah, so we got a red dot forming here over overbought right now. And so I mean with this, I would really expect it maybe so this is interesting here. I think I have a short order for this one, but so I'm going to be cautious. What I'm going to be cautious here is that this is just right. So it's actually hitting 13 EMA right here. So that's really interesting. Okay, so this could be kind of a psych out dot. This could definitely get reprinted, maybe. Right? Let's see. We have 30 minutes. I don't know. That's probably going to stay. So um, if we did so with Solana. I'm looking at yeah, maybe it could just totally just tap off the 50 EMA and bounce right back up because this momentum downward looks kind of strong, but at the same time, it could totally be a fake out and just be bouncing right back up. Because when the price moves above the 50 EMA here, this blue line in this purple zone, when it crosses it, right? You generally, if it's up above it, you want to be longing. If it's down below it, you want to be shorting. Generally, that's kind of my rule of thumb. But now that it's crossed above, it's still below the 200. So it's in short long territory for me. I'm like I could go either or right now, really, because what you're looking to do is see if it retests it. If it retests it and bounces off, that's a bullish sign. It can also just plow right through. Um, and it doesn't have to be perfect, guys, right? It doesn't have to, it doesn't have to touch, right? How this one here, it doesn't have to actually touch. It has to be close to the zone, right? There's no absolutes, right? There's no absolutes. So I would say that, or, so with that, if it crossed the 50 MA, it could just bounce kind of, sorry, my line, I'm using the marker, not the straight horizon line, but you can see here, bouncing off these kind of supports, maybe off this one here, up here, which would probably be a line. If it bounced like right around here, oh yeah, so it could bounce, guys, right here. This could be a horrible short
Mm.
position, but it
Mm.
could be decent. You don't know. You don't know. Um, so Solana, there's lots of things happening. It's hitting a lot of levels. It's hitting this EMA right now. If it breaks this, you're going to be seeing it wanting to challenge to 50. If it breaks that, Look at your supports that you got. Um, and that's what I'd be like. But you know what? Like what I see are these vector candles that it could easily try to come in and reclaim. And so what vector candles are, right? When they're green like this, these green candles, um, that's the market maker setting up shorts. Uh, right, to traditional traders and to the human mind, when you see these kind of pumps, right, you're thinking that's a buyer's market, but in fact it's a seller's market, because if you're buying, someone is selling, someone's shorting. If you're longing, someone's shorting, and who's that? The market makers, right? They're the ones providing liquidity for people to buy it. So this is really a seller's market. So the market makers right now are really putting in the shorts here, and they're expecting to get rid of those shorts at lower prices, right? So you gotta kind of think how a market maker is thinking and what they're trying to do. And all they're doing is chasing liquidity, right? Um, so here you have a whole bunch of traditional traders setting up longs, 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 and then they can perfect. That's what they want. Thank you very much. They're going to take it down, wipe all those longs away, accumulate more, right? Build their liquidity up at a lower price. That's when you see the red candles when they're going long. And so see, you kind of, this didn't quite get there, but you know what, it will at some point. It's gonna come back and claim it at some point. Um, so it's just a matter of time, not necessarily if as much, but when, right? When is it gonna reclaim it? So yeah, so just watch out for that, Solana. Um, yeah, I don't. This one's a hard. I do see momentum coming down for our if this prints. We could it'll likely go down more, right? A couple more candlesticks down more, but not much. Like, see how this momentum red dot here. I mean, it just went down to about that's about it, and then popped right back up. So that's a small move, right? So you got to kind of anticipate a small move downward like that in this kind of situation, because there's not really any divergences happening. I think, let me see if there's any divergences. So let's go to 24-minute. Let's see if we see anything that says, hey, says, hey, this is divergent. So, shoot. All right. I see. So this indicator I'm using here is the kimono wave. This is made by our very own Freeman Lafleur.
Mm,
And I
so
mean,
pretty.
let's yeah, it's so pretty. So this is comparable to Market Cipher, Fu
Hmm.
Manchu, right?
Very
Really,
similar.
right?
Yeah.
And we
Shows
made it
momentum.
so with the intention to have less fake outs. Yes, yeah, it's a momentum indicator. Whatever.
Hmm.
It's mostly the reason why this is better than those is because this has less fake outs, right? Fake
Yeah.
outs are when you get like the green dot, red dot. You are gonna have them. There's no way. We've tried this. There's no way to not have them. Okay, it's just part of
Yeah.
trading, but we've got it down to be significantly less
Yep.
fake outs than the other ones out there.
Yeah.
So
It's like a cleaner
that's why
signal.
this
It's
one,
just like less mess
right?
and most the same
And this looks like
indicators in there. Money flow,
I mean,
all that.
if we look at this, that's a divergence right there, dude. So we got a 24-minute divergence. Um, so yeah, I would say that although this is right, this has been going on for a minute. We've got a lot of momentum down. We definitely stay like this. Money flow, it's in the red now. So that's kind of,
That's
if
interesting.
you're looking for, so I don't right, so you don't really, I don't see the momentum for a bounce here, right? It's not, I don't, I could definitely see it kind of coming down more. So a little bit more at least, right? We don't know how much, but a little bit more. Um, all right, let's go look at another one. Luna. I've been having fun trading Luna. Um, we're around 4 hour. Okay, so we had a dot a while ago. Okay, last night, um, we saw the momentum shift, tried to fight back, um, and then here it is. We had a nice red vector candle, 26 minutes, could be printing. Um, yeah, so this looks like it's just going to continue down, guys. I mean, if it's hitting off, it just hit off. As you can see, it came up, hit off the 50 EMA. And now it's going to want to start playing with these different levels. How far is it going to go down? I mean, probably maybe even further, right? Because you see, just comes up, comes down, comes up, comes down, comes up, comes down. Just fighting. It's really just trying to reclaim this level right here, isn't it? It's just trying to like, hey,
Hmm.
we want to start getting more momentum, but it is not doing it. So you could see some lows. I mean, last week's low, it can definitely overtake, I think. It has the potential to take the last week low level here. Um, yeah, definitely. So we'll see, because you see this 4 hour momentum. I mean, it's and these can last for several candles, right? I
Hmm.
don't know, like I close to like 10 candles about
Hmm.
are these kind of moves. And we're only like 3 candles in. So yeah,
Yeah.
we have
Yeah.
we have potentially quite a few candles to be moving. So yeah, looks dumpage to me. Um, what other ones? Oh, I've been looking at Dot. I got an order in for Dot. We
Mm.
got dumpage. Yeah, we got a red dot here. So I mean, and again here, it's all kind of it's challenging. It looks like it's going to challenge 50 MA. Once it plows through that, that'll be interesting to see because the 50 MA is really close to a strong support, really, um, or a support. I don't know how strong. But we'll find out, right? Because what we really want to see if this is going the market's going to trend the other way. I mean, we've had higher lows, great, great. We've had higher highs, okay. But then, yeah, I mean, but there's no reason why it couldn't just start playing down here, playing even lower. Um, so yeah, just don't get wrecked, everyone. Just understand, the market doesn't care what you think it's gonna do. It's gonna do what it does, and all you have control is how you respond to the market in that moment. What are you gonna do with your positions in that moment? And so
Don't get
that's really
wrecked.
all you have control of. Yeah. So don't. Yeah. Just because you're seeing everyone's posting these triangles. It's gonna break out Friday. Friday's the day. It's gonna break out. Like, don't. Just be careful, because the market makers don't give two shits about the price, your feelings, your positions. They're just chase liquidity, okay? And there is a shit ton of liquidity up above here. So what I kind of think is what's happening is they're just building their liquidity right now. Like who was it? You were talking about yesterday. Was it MicroStrategy bought like
Mm.
how they bought a shit ton of Bitcoin,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Um, and I think that's what right the market makers are building liquidity here
Mm.
at the lower
Mm.
prices, and as long and everyone that's kind of trapped up here, right? Everyone that bought Bitcoin at 60K and they're still holding it, right? The market maker is just waiting for them to sell them for 30K, right? They're just trying to squeeze everyone, to so the market makers can buy their liquidity up at a cheaper price and then send it up, Um, so that's what I imagine is definitely happening in these lower levels. How long it'll be down here, I don't know. All I know is it's very likely we're going to be down here for a longer amount of time. Um, I think because I've heard a lot of people, saying that 2022 is going to be a lot more ranges um, than it was in 21, right?
Mm.
So just expect that. Just expect that to kind of be in zones, for longer periods of time this year. Um, and just be patient. That's all. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and none of this is financial advice.
None of it's financial advice. And if you want to be swinging
Yeah.
around and in the meantime on smaller time frames, you could probably be trying to play off the bounces on support and
Yeah.
resistance levels during those.
Exactly. Yeah. See, AVAX here. AVAX looked like. See, this is how they. This is how the market makers get you trapped. So, AVAX just trying to get above this little level you see here. A lot of my levels and stuff that I usually have aren't showing up. I must be on like a different chart. Anyways, so with AVAX, right? It this candle, everyone's like, okay, we got it. We're going to start going up like crazy, and a whole bunch of people go long, just takes them out, traps them. Big old trap right here, guys. Big old trap. So yeah, your price could easily kind of go down to yesterday's low, maybe even further. But we'll see next coming days how this looks. Because this kind of these kind of trends can last couple can could last a few days for sure. So we'll see. You do like to see the higher lows. That's definitely more bear sign, right? You kind of have these. Oh, I keep clicking on the marker here. Let's just do this guy, and so this isn't very accurate, but whatever. You guys get the idea. Um, so let's just say these levels are pretty right. So it's kind of yeah. I would say look out for it to come down to this level. No reason why it couldn't just break down here, guys. No reason why it couldn't. I know there's no absolutes. Better chance it bounces here since we have this kind of uptrend momentum. Um, since well, I guess yeah. What would you say? January, mid late January. Um, bounce here and then get squeezed and pop, or maybe do another bounce and then pop. Something like that, or it does this, or it just kind of goes down. uh, I love trading. Okay, so you'd like to see this is a more bullish sign. This does look like it's a better chance, right? All this is it's all just probabilities, right? There's just a better probability that it's going to break the top here versus the bottom just because the momentum's up. And same ways if it's opposite, right? If it's and we like this whole way down, that's all I've been seeing, right? Are these just this inverted, right? Where it's the momentum going down and it's just waiting to bust down below level. So watch these patterns. Don't bet the farm on them, but watch them. Because yeah, what you're looking for is a W here, and we're so damn close to getting it here, right? Because what you want, something like this, would be what you want, and it breaks that level. Um, but it's not happening. So play this range, guys. Have fun in it. Likely going to go down more, and then pop back up. So that's what I'm anticipating. That's what I'm going to be
I think
doing.
that's some
You
good
should not listen
analysis.
to me. You should just do what your own thing and or listen to someone else. Don't listen to me. That's what I'd suggest.
Don't listen to Weatherman Jones. He is wrong every time. So don't listen to him. That's really.
Oh, it's Groundhog Day. Happy
Oh
Groundhog
yeah,
Day.
happy Groundhog Day, everybody. That's a good point. That's a good point. Uh, did he have we know? Do we know yet? Has he seen his or not seen his? Has he been
Yeah,
tested?
it did. I think so. I think that happens like East Coast sunrise kind of thing. If it's sunrise, he needs to like
So what does that mean?
see a shadow.
Since he saw
I
it.
don't know. Should we look it up? See what he saw? He
Okay,
saw a
here we go. I'm
shadow.
gonna
I
do it
don't really
live
care.
here.
To me, winter's here and it's gonna stay longer. Like, dude, it snowed and it just like snow hasn't even left my yard for months.
Oh
It's annoying.
man, that's crazy. We've gotten very little
Yeah.
of anything like that. Let's
Anyway,
see. He sees
we've
his
talked a lot
shadow.
about the
6
weather
more
today.
weeks of winter.
It's Groundhog Day.
6 more weeks of winter, folks.
Yeah.
That's what Punxsutawney
Way to
Phil
go, Phil.
says.
Oh,
Punxsutawney
it's
Phil
yeah,
knows all.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Well, that was a good show. That
Well,
was a good show. There was some great analysis in there. I think you're spot on, and
all right.
yeah, I encourage everybody to, if you're interested in our Discord, go over to dgendefi.org, super easy domain, and join our Discord. There's nobody over there right now, so you don't have to be
We're
worried.
brand new. Yeah.
If you have social anxiety, this is the perfect Discord for you because nobody's there. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and there we'll talk if you guys want to use the Komodo wave,
Hmm.
let us know.
Yeah, totally. We
And
can give you access to that indicator for sure.
we'll be talking about how to use the indicator and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Um, and then bots too, right? Because we're making bots. We'll have
Yeah.
cool bots that people can add,
Yep.
all free. So yeah, sign up,
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah. There's a lot coming. We are not just commentators, although it may seem like this is our natural
Professional
gifted
journalist.
ability. This is not what we natively do in this space. So, yeah, we got a lot going on. So please go over to dgendefi.org and follow us on Twitter and everywhere else. And we are doing the show every weekday at the open of the market, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So mark it on your calendar, damn it, and be here every day and like this video and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Please.
Like and subscribe.